What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Alright, so this is for ethnography, just having a question about prison in general. Just wondering what you think of prisoners as a whole. They bad, they good? What do you think of them as a person? As the first pops in your head.
They're people. They're not good or bad. They're just people that have broken the law.
Okay.
Who've gotten caught.
And generally when you hear a prison inmate or prisoners, what are the common lingos do you hear? What happens to them?
That they get beat up, or they get raped, or they get they have to make their place in a prison. That's kind of what I first think of. It's a tough life.
Alright. And do you think prisoners get any benefits inside the prison at all?
Benefits?
Yeah, benefits. Such as jobs or college degrees? Ever heard of that?
And is it a benefit to have a job? I guess.
No,
yeah, I know they have jobs. They get food. They get shelter. They get exercise. They can get educated. There's libraries. I don't know if they can get degrees. I'm not sure, but they don't necessarily have to. They don't have to operate within the normal realm of society.
Right. And for someone, how bad of a crime would you say someone has to commit to get into prison?
How bad of a crime?
Yeah. What would you say a good crime to be in prison for would be?
There's two questions. So how bad do I think a person? What laws do I think are appropriate to have a person put in prison?
Yeah, prison, not a jail. Prison.
Yeah, a prison.
Yeah.
Murder. Voluntary murder. Embezzling. And there's a whole list of things, social norms that to break. Essentially, the laws that are out there. If you break them, you are going to prison. Now, whether or not I think non-violent crimes are different. I think non-violent crimes, people should not go into the traditional prison. I think there should be different types of prisons.
All right.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on...
Hi, so I'm Haley and this is for our ethnography, and I know you can't see me right now, but I'm over here. So, why don't you start by telling us your name?
I'm Flora.
Okay, and where did you serve your time?
Denver Women's Correctional Facility.
If you mind me asking, what crime were you convicted of?
Peddling coke.
Straightforward. So, can you tell me a little bit about, what prison life was like?
It was like being a zoo animal.
Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, you get to go outside, you get fed, you get bathed, you get to do whatever you need to do, being watched closely, of course. Mostly, you just walk back and forth in your cage and get used to it.
Is there any moments that you can really recall that were impactful to you?
The fights.
The fights? Ooh, can you tell me a little bit about those?
They're usually bloody.
My,
The prison guards do not step in unless they deem it necessary, which is pretty much when someone's dead.
Excellent. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit drawn back. That's a little intense.
Yeah,
so,
best thing you can do, kid, is keep to yourself.
Oh, well. So how did, this experience in prison change you?
It didn't.
It didn't? Not at all? Have you turned your life around? At all?
I guess I stopped peddling coke.
Are you doing well
That's
for yourself?
mostly because you lose all your ties when you're in prison.
Oh.
Unless you fight to keep them, which I'm lazy.
Okay, well, thanks for being honest. So, what are you doing now?
I'm a banker.
A banker?
Mm-hmm.
What's that like?
It's like being a banker.
Was there any problems with, your background check, or was your boss okay with that?
Yeah, the issue is I was peddling coke. I wasn't convicted of any financial crime, so they were okay.
Okay. Well, I guess that's good. That's good. Did you make any friends when you were in prison? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. I have a good friend. She's still there because she murdered her boyfriend. We don't really talk a whole lot, but once she's out, I'm sure we'll keep contact.
My, well, you know what? Thanks for giving us some of your time. It was great to meet you.
You too.
So, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? What's your name?
My name's Chris.
And you were in prison, Chris, correct?
Yes, I was. I was in the Federal Correctional Institution of Inglewood for 2 years.
Alright. And what was your experience like there?
Well, it was very routine. Like, I'd wake up in the morning, eat, and then go to my job. They had jobs we can do, and like most movies, I was actually stamping out license plates for most of my time. And I could, after that, I had lunch, and then I was able to go outside, work out. They had a home workout room and our silent library. And I also spent my time in the library reading everything, and that's about it.
You said you spend a lot of your time in the library reading. Is that one of the things that they allow you to do? Do they not allow you to do much more than that?
They allow you to do quite a bit. It's more of a big kindergarten. Basically, you go in, you're monitored in a single constrained area in this 12 square foot area. And they let you out of the chambers, and then you can go outside, they have a little library, anything like that, and you have this daily. You go by day, go and read the library, go and work out, and go outside. And you also have your own job to raise up money for after you get out. And this isn't just a life sentence prison. And they have this program where you can keep your own college degree, and right now I have, since going to the prison, I have my bachelor's degree in business now.
That's great. What do you do now, actually, work-wise, if you are working?
Well, right now I'm working towards opening my own business. It's quite a struggle, considering I'm a felon. But it's working out so far, and I'm currently working at a fast food restaurant.
Okay. And you mentioned you're a felon. What, if you don't mind sharing with us, what did you do to be convicted?
Just drug peddling and gang activity. Don't want to divulge into that much. Don't want to touch it.
Alright. Is there anything else you want to tell us about prison?
Just it works. It doesn't really scare you into it. It just gives you time to think about what you did. It's more like a timeout for adults, because adults can do what they want. Not really, but it's like a timeout for little kids, but for adults. And you think about your time, but as you gradually progress in the felons that you do, the more time you serve, more time you can think about it. If it's way too bad, you either get the death penalty or just complete lifetime in prison.
Did you make any connections in prison that you've kept so far, or?
I do. He got out as well, and right now we're just in contact. Sometimes we go out to lunch, and that's about it.
Are some of the horror stories that you hear about prison? What do you think? What's your opinion on them? Are they true, or are they just hyped to scare people?
Just what the TV shows is not what prison is like. It's not complete iron concrete that's relatively clean in those glass windows, and there's guards positioned everywhere. They're not monitoring the grounds really. And the people there are sensible. There's not really psychotic people, because usually they detain them in higher guarded areas. Mostly I just maintain my own perimeter, didn't try to cause anything, didn't want to get involved in a gang. I just served my time. I served my 2 years and just got out.
What were the gangs like in prison? Like, was there a lot of gang activity, or was that pretty just come down?
I wouldn't say there were gangs. Gangs would imply that they're like outside, like thinking gangs. It's not really inside. Inside the gangs are consist of maybe 12 people. And there was the white supremacists and the Mexicans and the Chulos. And basically they just kept to themselves. There wasn't very high tension. There wasn't control over the prison as most TV shows would like to impersonate. But yeah, just there were gangs. There wasn't very much violence. I mean, there was no attacks on the guards. There was a beating in one of the prisoner cells. He got in a fight with his own roommate, but that's a roommate. That's not against another gang member or anything like that.
And like, you know, I back to the whole hearing horror stories and stuff. Like, I hear a lot about prison shankings and how real is that?
I wouldn't say the shankings itself, but shanks are made. They're usually made with the toothbrushes, and there's a lot of ghetto-style tattoos where they kind of make like charcoal type stuff, wet it down, and then use a paper clip. Basically, they unbend the paper clip and then they just sharpen the end and then start pricking you with it. I didn't get one. That's very unsanitary. That's not a good idea, but they had a lot of prison-style utilities that they'd like to use.
Okay.
No rapes.
No rapes.
No rapes.
Sorry to say rapes. Okay, that's good. So yeah, that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions about prisoners is rape.
Yeah, I hear there are rapes. When I was in there was no rapes, there was no bitches or anything like that, or punks, as they like to call them. But in other prisons, higher security prisons, there are higher security prisons that aren't well maintained, and men there are more crazy. They did something really bad, stuff like that. That's the place that you would think would have the rapes. And I know a couple friends that went to that prison. And, don't want to divulge what prison. It's not right to say. So.
Understood. Yeah.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?